When this election started, everybody was saying it's a one-sided affair. But I think people forgot that democracies thrive not just on political parties, but also because of people of a nation, the voters. And people have spoken out. Now, no one is saying that this election is one-sided affair. The general perception is that people have voted, and people have voted in large numbers to vote this government out. The second part of the democracy is the Election Commission of India, because elections, as Mr. Devashyam said, that the numbers of votes voted don't matter, the number of votes counted, they decide the results. And the duty of the Election Commission, and we say it with full responsibility, is not just to conduct an election, but also to ensure that people trust the election process. It is the duty of the Election Commission to ensure that people have faith that their votes will be counted properly. And unfortunately, this trust today is missing in a large section of our people today. We have been appealing to election commissions. We have gone in delegations, we have met election commission, but unfortunately, our issues are not being addressed. And not just they are unaddressed. The election commission went to the length to address a letter to the Congress President, Mr. Kharge, answering a letter which was not even written to election commission and putting the onus of the voter data on the political parties. And election commission wrote in that letter that it is incumbent on the political parties to do their own data analytics before coming to election commission. Now it's a common sense thing that any institution which indulges in whataboutery, then it has something to hide, it has something else which it is thinking on. We never thought there will be a day in this country when Election Commission of India will refuse to give even the data of the votes polled on a particular day. Yet, we went ahead, one step ahead, and we advised all our candidates, especially the Congress party candidates, to meet the returning officers and take the Excel sheets of the votes polled in each booth. And you'll be surprised to know that in some constituencies, the Excel sheets have been provided, and in many other constituencies, the returning officers have refused to provide those Excel sheets. So this totally exposes this election commission, which says that they're doing their job professionally. If a simple step of providing the voting data to a candidate varies from constituency to constituency, it plainly and squarely means that something is not in order. So we request the election commission now to instruct all the returning officers to give the booth-wise data to the candidates, as some of the returning officers have already done. It's nothing new. Election Commission's own officers are providing that data. We are requesting Election Commission now to give a direction that that data should be shared with all the candidates. Number two, if Election Commission refuses to do that, I expect, and we have discussed this today, that we may again go to court. On 24th also there is a hearing. Even the Supreme Court in its observations asked the question to Election Commission that why can't it share a simple data of how many votes have been polled in one particular constituency and the total sum of those votes. So that is something that we are trying to address. We are requesting Election Commission to rise up to the occasion, reinstill the trust and faith in the voters and citizens of India that their vote will be counted the way it has been polled in EVMs. That is the primary duty of Election Commission of India. That's one thing. The other part that was discussed today in the entire civil society, because this election, we know the agencies, their roles have been very dubious. They have been playing to the tunes of their masters. The media, to a great extent, had completely obliterated people's issues and the voice of opposition. And in those years, in those times, in last 3 to 4 years, it is the civil society which rose up to the occasion and raised the issues of people and ensured that those issues were talked, debated, And also parties like Congress Party, my party, has been on roads on various occasions, be it farmers movement, be it the ED raid, be it Bharat Jodo Yatra. We have tried to ensure that people are aware that there are issues which this government doesn't want to discuss. There are issues that this government wants to hide. And those issues have now become the election issues. And we were quite confident. And in fact, last 3 years, the civil society also, and from Congress Party also, we have been organizing Samvidhan Bachao Yatras, Save Constitution Yatras, movements, seminars. And today, the nation has voted for Constitution of India. This election has become the election to save the Constitution. And that is why now we say that the election officers who are entrusted with this duty of counting the votes, they are covered by service rules, they are covered by the oath towards constitutions. And we are reminding them that if they violate the oath and if they violate the service rules, and after the change of the government, the accountability will be fixed. Because nobody can be allowed to steal the mandate. Whoever wins, it is the will of the people which should matter, not the will of some officers or will of some political parties that should matter in a democracy.